On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Houston Texans. From the 6. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
On the return, the Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
22-yard line. 2 yards.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. This time, Jackson will throw it. Setting up the screen here to Edwards. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson going to hold on to this. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw again is Jackson. He sets to fire deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be, but early in this one, advantage defense.
Jadeveon Clowney wants a member of these Texans there on the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Watson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Now a man who played high school ball here in LaGrange, Texas, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 15-yard line.
And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
16 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll try and run the option. Gets it out quickly here to the left flank. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 4 on the play, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports. 1st and goal from just inside the 5. There's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. On 2nd and goal, here's the option. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Off of play action, it's Watson rolling to his right. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a third down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue. But
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
It's a gain of...
It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end that went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
9 brings up 2nd and 1.
On the jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Check 55 to Mike. 9. Check.
Quick throw completed by Watson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after, and it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, Watson. eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And Cooks has it over the middle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. A shotgun snap for Watson. Throw complete to Herndon. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
And 10 at the Ravens' 15-yard line.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. Nothing is our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Watson off play action. He's letting it fly for Cooks. So because of the yards after the catch, they'll wisely decline the PI.
Yeah, since it was pass interference, they would have gotten the yardage at the spot of the foul. But as you correctly noted, a little bit of run after catch for them. That extra yardage made it easy to decline the penalty.
Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another first down run right there.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. He was credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the Ravens' 9-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Watson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Makes the score.
Well, some good news, partner. We will not have a scoreless tie as we finally get our first points of the contest here in quarter 3.
Yeah, just a field goal, but with the way those defenses ruled in the first half, that could be a big 3-point play right there, couldn't it?
And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me wasn't Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 12. 2nd play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
At the 50-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Caught left side by Hilton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. And I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
Now Brown, oh, he lost the football.
Brown, the ball carrier. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Jackson going to get this out to Brown. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Back now in Houston, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Second and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Out of the gun, Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game, and all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score, Ravens 14, Texans 3. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
9-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Operating waiting from the gun. Watson under pressure. They got him again. Jadeveon Clowney able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Nifty footwork at the 45. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 30 yards.
First down, Ravens.
To throw is Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Yeah, they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now, anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
On first down, it's Watson. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Now a first down throw, Watson. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And nothing but daylight ahead. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone, and you know they could have taken a knee there. But they decided to play this one all the way out, and I think their philosophy is we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Cunningham on the tackle. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. at the 46-yard line.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Ravens, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.